Hey you guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. I hope you have had a great week. And if not, the greatness begins, you guys. This is going to be such a good video. This video is for those of you who are manifesting an SP back. You have been trying to recreate your SP for quite some time and you still feel like nothing's working. You haven't really seen the best version of them yet, and you're hoping to manifest that. You're manifesting a more romantic, more intimate relationship with them. This video is for those of you who have had SP's version being very, very cold and not prioritizing you and not choosing you. All of that applies to this video, you guys, because I'm going to share a client success story with you that she emailed in. And this is what we've been working on, and she's literally experiencing it as we speak. And I'm so proud of you, girl. If you're watching, I'm so proud of you. You don't even know. Like, you stuck to it. You're seeing evidence. It's obviously the more you see evidence, the easier it gets. But like, I told you so. I told you so. Like, I love it, you guys, when like you think that you can't achieve this, or you haven't achieved it. Even there's people that come to me that have not even seen these versions of their SP in years, or even like they didn't know that SP could show up this amazing towards them. So we're gonna get into it. You guys, if you are interested in any of my courses, so many of you are sending in amazing success stories that if I have not shared yet, I will share, I promise. But slowly but surely, I'm sharing everyone's success stories. So my new course, Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP Now, is really, really just designed for those of you who have really tried anything and everything, like affirming all day. If you tried that and you're tired of that and it's not working, you don't see evidence from affirming all day, if you don't see evidence from scripting all day, just you've tried it all, like, I don't know, the 369 method, the living in the end, visualizing, meditating, all of that. And if you feel like really you're not seeing any movement or evidence or any changes in your relationships or anything like that, that course is for you. Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP Now. I specifically took my sweet time, made sure like I really incorporate everything in there that I've done in my manifesting journey. I've had my clients do, my success stories that I share with you. Whatever's in that course, I back it, like I vouch for it. Okay, so much information in there. If you are interested, link's going to be in the description box down below. If you are having a hard time for some reason with the purchase process, email us. Reception will help you. But yeah, you guys, let's get into this success story, because I know it's going to resonate with so many of you, like, and it just goes to show that nothing is impossible. You may think that some things are impossible, or a circumstance is just too big of a circumstance, or whatever it is. Nothing is impossible, you guys. She has not seen this version of her SP like ever. This guy literally would act so cold with her. He would act so like he would make her feel like insecure. And I know we've all been there, right? Have you ever felt like from your partner, like they're annoyed of you or something, or like you're more into them than they are to you, or you're putting them on the pedestal? Like, there's like this cringe feeling, right? Like, she was going through that, and now I want you to hear like what she's experiencing. Okay, I'll pull it up and share it, you guys. She writes, Ani, I'm so excited. I would have loved to get another session with you, but I have to wait until next week because I was booked up. Ani, I was around my specific person's place yesterday. She wrote in capital letters, "This man has conformed!" Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. It's like exclamation. It's like I have a turkey in the oven and I have another 10 minutes to wait until the bird is cooked fully, perfectly, and beautifully brown. Ha ha ha. Ani, he is so appreciative of everything I do. This is big, you guys, because she would always mention, like, he doesn't really appreciate anything. Like, he doesn't say, like, he doesn't say it, he doesn't show it. Like, he would just be there, like, almost as if, like, yeah, that's, like, whatever. Like, he would act like that with her. So this is huge. Ani, he is so appreciative of everything I do. He kisses me, and I know he means it. And Ani, yesterday we had a conversation about my birthday. He said he is coming to the cabin with me. You guys, this is huge. She was so worried that, like, what if he doesn't come? What if he doesn't want to? Because in the past, he's not really prioritized her. She's always been last priority. And this is it's so funny because last session she was like, what should I do, like, about like, should I affirm for him coming to my birthday? Da, 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 da. And we went over it, and it was like she was so nervous about it. And see, he said he's coming to the cabin with me. He wrote it in capital letters. I had to confirm it with him at least 4 times to make sure I didn't make a mistake or that he was just randomly saying it. But he asked me for the dates specifically. I saw him this morning as I left. I left my watch at his place. He even said he'll cycle it into work to give it to me, even though he was working from home today. And it's literally pouring down outside. I was literally like, what? He kept kissing me and hugged me. And before I left, I said, I love you. And he responded, I love you too, babe. I will update all during our next session. Just wanted to tell you thank you, because I would be nowhere without you, Ani. I'm so grateful for you. Girl, I'm grateful for you, and I'm so happy that you see, as you make the changes within, you see the changes without. And you guys, she's been through so much with this specific person. She's literally like, she came to me at a point where she's like, I've tried everything and you're literally my last hope. And I don't know if this man will ever change. So the fact that, like, things like she left her watch and he literally on his day off took it to her office, took it to her, hugged her, kissed her, said I love you. These things were not happening when she came to me at all. She would even, like, almost like wonder if they're gonna see each other or go out on the weekends. Like, things like this were not happening. So I'm so proud of her, you guys. And few things I want you to take from this video is this. When you feel, so tip number 1, because this is important and I want you to apply this going forward on your journey. And I've told her this too, and she's applying this too. So it's not like I'm keeping anything from you guys or it's a secret or whatever. Tip number 1, listen to your feelings. When you're in your manifestation journey and you're trying so hard, if you're like affirming like 500 times a day and you're like just switching each thought, just swapping each thought with like a negative thought to a positive one, a positive one, a positive one, watch how you feel after doing that. If that works for you, great. But watch how you feel during the day. If you are doing that, are you feeling exhausted? Are you feeling even more triggered? Do you feel like you're just doing way too much and you're not seeing any movement? Have you been doing that and not seeing any movement? There's a fine line between doing the inner work and doing it from an obsessive place. It's a very fine line. Like, the best way you'll know this is by listening to what's happening inside, really being aware and conscious of what's going on in your mind, and you just asking that question even throughout the day is huge. Like, the more aware you are, the more clear you are of what thoughts are going through my head. How am I dealing with this? Am I just brushing it under the rug, or am I really like observing these thoughts and really understanding, like, damn, like, I'm coming from a lack place right now. If anything, like, I should just go neutral a little bit. That's tip number 2. So number 1 is be aware of what's going on within. And I say this in a lot of my videos, but you got to be conscious of what's going on, what's feeding off of in there, like the thoughts coming in and out. Like, are you choosing to believe each and every thought, all the negative ones, all the positive ones? Because that's gonna exhaust you. It's better if you don't accept each and every thought that comes to mind, because you may have, okay, let's say studies have shown 60,000 thoughts. Okay, let's say you have like 30,000 negative thoughts and 30,000 positive thoughts that go through your mind, let's just say, right? So you're gonna exhaust yourself if you take in each and every thought and believe it. So be aware and be conscious and be intentional with the thoughts you really like ruminate on. Number 2 is when you do see that you're in that state of worry, oh my God, what if this, what if this, what if this, doubt, fear is popping up. When you are in that place, so number 2 is, even if you're not physically feeling anxious, but you like intellectually understand that this is way too much worrying and thinking. So number 2 tip is, I literally just was gonna say it and it slipped my mind. Second tip is, when you do get that place, what do? Ask yourself, check, what are you doing? Are you letting it affect you? Or are you now understanding, okay, this is not okay. This is going to exhaust me. I'm going to literally like sit on all these thoughts and worry, doubt, and fear. Or do you try to bring yourself at least to a more neutral, natural, calm place? You should be doing the bringing yourself back to a neutral, natural, calm place. What are some ways of doing that? Anything that can really bring you back to the present moment and shut down that worry about, oh my God, when am I going to get my SP? When is he going to come in? When is he going to call me? When is he going to text me? How am I going to get him? How am I going to make him remember me? You want to shut that down. And the best ways to shut that down is literally anything you love to do, any hobby, like put some time into that, in that moment, in that day. If there's things you've been putting off, put time into that moment, that day. Like stop like putting everything in your life on the back burner because you want to get your SP right now. You will get your SP, but stop avoiding all these other things that make you feel good, because I'm sure there are other things within you that you love about yourself, or you love to do, or you love to put time and focus on, that will bring you some joy, even in that present moment. Let's be real, you guys. Let's not like BS ourselves right now. Let's not lie. Like, yes, you're manifesting your specific person, but that is not the end all be all. There are other parts of your life. There are other parts of your life that need your attention. And I can guarantee you're not balancing all the attention to different areas. You're probably really giving like 99.9% of your attention to manifesting your specific person, and everything else can wait. And if you're doing that, that is wrong. Because the version of you that desires your SP is literally it knows that, okay, but when we have SP though, it's like your higher self. It's like saying, okay, but when we have SP, we're not going to be obsessing over SP. So that's not the version of you that has SP. The version of you that has your specific person isn't worried about getting their specific person. The version of you that has their desired life with their specific person is not worried about, how do I make this person remember me right now, right? These are all lack thoughts and lack states. And a lot of you unconsciously are in those states without even knowing. That's why the number one tip was, first of all, be aware of where you're at internally. Number two is, once you're aware of where you're at, if you're not in a neutral, natural, at least calm place, you don't have to be positive. Forget forcing fake positivity. If you're at least in a neutral, natural place, you know, like, okay, I'm good. Like right now, if I don't feel good, like beating a dead horse, manifesting my SP, let me shift my focus onto something else, because it's triggering me right now to even try to get SP or do something about SP, right? So remember, balance in all areas of your life is a very good thing, and most likely the version of you that is living the best life with SP, and you want to remember, we embody it first. We think from it first. We feel from it first. It has to happen inside first in order for the projection to happen outside. So once you're working on yourself, and that is self-concept work as well. So focus, self-concept work could literally even be like, I talk about all the ways in my courses, you guys, and I give a lot of examples of, if this doesn't work for you, you can do this. If that doesn't work for you and you tried that, you could do this. It's all like guided courses. If you're interested, link's going to be in the description box, but I have also 30 to 40-minute videos every Friday with a lot of information too. So you're not obligated to do anything. You could just literally just listen and apply. But a lot of us need extra guidance because there are things that bother us internally. That's why there's even one-on-one coaching sessions, right? Because there's triggers that have probably happened in your life that you really don't want to feel those triggers anymore. And we can help you get through those triggers and blocks. So it's easier for you to embody the version of yourself that you want to become. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I have so many people coming to me that have really tried to ignore that they have any blocks or triggers. And they've literally gone from one relationship to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, and it's resulted in the same thing. So if you're affirming, and like, if you're affirming that you don't have triggers, you don't have blocks, you're fine, you're good, like nothing affects you, and you're still not getting results, then there are all these other options available. But if it's working for you, it's working for you. Obviously, everyone is different, you guys. Like, there's no right or wrong. But your life will reflect back onto you what's happening inside. And if you still don't have your specific person, and you're still struggling, and you're not seeing movement with them, and you're not being able to get rid of the third party, there's still third parties, and you're still not chosen. Or maybe it's for work, like money and abundance isn't really working out for you. Like, you don't have the bank account that you want to be reflected in your reality. That's why all this content is here. My videos are here. That's why I make sure, like, I don't have time limit on my videos, 30, 40 minutes. Hey, some are even longer. There's courses, like, to each their own. Okay. So if something's working for you, it's working for you. All right. But if it's not, pay attention to these things. Like, so many people just applying this knowledge that they're learning, even from the videos on YouTube, are getting so much progress. So it doesn't hurt. It never hurts to try. You're not losing anything if you try, okay? You're thinking 24/7 anyway about this. Might as well apply the knowledge. But number 1 tip was be aware of what's going on within. Number 2 tip is once you are aware and you see that you're in an uneasy place, an uncomfortable place, it doesn't feel good, go at least to a neutral place. Do not fake positivity. Do not like exhaust yourself to a point where like you have to feel positive all the time. No. In my last video, I mentioned I've literally had days of breakdowns. I was like, I had a breakdown day. I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling hopeless, and I had breakthroughs during breakdowns. So don't worry about feeling positive all the time. If you're having trouble living in the end, if you're having trouble visualizing, these are all just tools. They're not requirements. Like some people never visualize, they affirm, they get what they want. Some people never affirm, they visualize and they get evidence of what they want. Some people don't do any of that, and they're really just working on self-concept and leveling up and viewing themselves in a different way and viewing their specific person in a different way, and then they get what they want. Okay, so there's so many different ways, but these are basics. Like what I'm saying is, like, honestly, you got to know these things at least and start applying them. And once you start applying them and you're really on top of it, you will start seeing some changes in your 3D reality. Also, something I want to mention, you guys, is for me at least, and I've discussed this with one of my clients the other day, and it was such a great session. She described what I used to actually feel regarding self-concept, and it was like she was just really just projecting back onto me what I used to think about it. And I'm sharing this with you because I think a lot of you probably feel the same way. A lot of you may think, you've probably heard like about so much stuff about leveling up your self-concept, persist and your self-concept and everything else. But I want to make something clear. You may be thinking, if you're anything like me, I was thinking, wow, do I have to freaking feel like I'm perfect all the time? Like I have to love myself so much and then my SP will love me. I have to feel like I'm so perfect and loved and desired and number one, and I'm just Miss Universe over here and I don't have any triggers or blocks or imperfections, and then SP will come in. Because sometimes that's what you think, right? You think like, wow, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. And you feel like, I love myself, but how much more can I freaking love myself, right? Like you feel that way when you're probably thinking about self-concept work. And I'm here to tell you, proper self-concept work, you're not going to feel like you're like Miss Universe or perfect of all perfect people. You're not going to feel that like that all the time. You may have days where you do feel like that and you're super confident, but you may have literal days where you're not feeling so confident. You're just feeling whatever, but you still get what you want. So that's just proof right there. Like, remember that every single day is not going to feel perfect. You're not going to feel like you're the hottest thing every single day. You're not going to feel like you're the best thing that's ever happened for yourself or your specific person every single day, because we are human. We are human. Things happen. We have bad days. We have bad moods. Some of us just wake up with a bad mood and we don't even know where it came from. You slept well last night. You had a great night last night. And all of a sudden you wake up feeling off. Or maybe for women, you're on your period and everything just comes up to the surface, right? Especially during those times, we get super emotional or super triggered. right? We remember things and we get resentful. Do not worry about being perfect. Like when you're doing self-concept work and when you're leveling up on your self-concept, that does not mean every single day you got to be perfect. And if you didn't feel perfect, then that means, oh, this today didn't count. And it didn't count in my manifestation world. I went backwards a step because I didn't feel perfect today. No, 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 no. If that resonates with you, comment down below. I'm interested to know how many of us are similar like that. I hope this video was helpful, you guys. I hope you listening to her story really motivated you to know that this person once was probably where you're at right now. If you're in a position where you think, what if this doesn't work? What if my specific person doesn't show up? What if they don't show up romantic? What if they don't show up caring about my feelings? What if they don't leave the third party? What if? Maybe those thoughts are running through your head right now. And maybe you're really struggling to get any evidence. She was in that position once before she came to me. And literally now she's just like, I can't believe. She's like, there was a time I didn't work on myself and didn't learn this from you. And it's not necessarily you don't have to learn it from me, you guys. Like, it's just you have it in you to make the changes. And you have it in you to break that old thought pattern of you not being chosen, not being wanted, not being prioritized. You may have days of you're completely feeling neutral. You may have days where you're completely just not really worried. You're fine. You're cool, calm, collected. It's still gonna come. Please don't think you have to do 15,000 different techniques every day, because that's not the point. Like, you weren't born to be on this physical earth to experience this power but struggle. Like, you don't get your desires living in you. Like, your desires don't live in you. Your desires don't just happen so you can struggle hard to get it. You know what I mean? I hope this video was helpful, you guys. If you're interested in any of my courses and one-on-one coaching sessions, links will be in the description box down below. If you are having a hard time with the website, email us. We will help you with anything you need. And for purchasing courses, you guys, don't worry about the date and time. Like, I know when you go to purchase a course, it gives you date and time. Just pick the soonest one. You get it the same day anyway. The date and time is just for our end. So don't worry about that. And for those of you that really just want to do this on your own, go for it. Like, I literally am rooting for you. None of this stuff, none of this content, like, I feel like I have to say this because literally people will be watching videos how to manifest SP and then comment under like, oh, that's not how you do it. Oh, you don't need to work through your blocks and triggers, whatever. Like, you could just assume that you don't have any. But how's that going for you? Because you're watching the video on how to manifest SP. So obviously, you know, but if that's working for you, hey. But everyone is different. So what's working for one person might not work for another. What's working for another might not work. You know what I mean? So some people need custom one-on-ones to actually the coach to hear what they're doing on a daily basis, because you literally could be really pushing lack every day, really embodying a state of lack every single day, and you're not aware of it because you're just so used to that life, and you need someone to literally tell you that. But you guys, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all your beautiful, beautiful comments. Thank you to all of you that have sent success stories in, and we're open to share it with all of our viewers. I love each and every one of you. I intend each and every one of you have an amazing day today, amazing weekend, amazing month, and I will see you in the next video, you guys. Love you. Bye.